welcome back to Storm the Castles. Here we are in intersection 2, and I'll just list off the names of the areas for right now. Ganon's Tower is the first area, then there's the Massive Rings of Flame, and the hard area is Uphill Struggle. That one's a doozy. But actually for now I'm going to show the free base kit that's down underneath that sign that hinted at it. I'd be surprised if anyone didn't find this. But yeah, here's just building supplies for a free base you can build just like on the side here, anywhere you want. And yeah, I noticed that a lot of maps tend to just like give the players whatever they want to build, like a base of their own instead of just making a nice base for them. But I also like maps that have a ready base for you, so it kind of alternated like each intersection, so that like intersection 1 has a free base for you, intersection 2 doesn't have a free base for you but has the building supplies for it, and intersection 3 will have a free base available. So yeah, it's kind of like an alternating thing, so whatever floats your boat basically. Now I actually don't know if I want to build a base here, because I don't, like, whenever I'm testing this map I never build a base here. I usually just use my intersection 1 base and have that like as my base until the intersection 3 one. But that's just me, so do whatever you want here, because, yeah, never mind. I'm not building a base here, because I'm lazy. I'm playing my map, I'm too lazy to build a base! Alright, anyway. Here we are in Ganon's Tower. This was, like, the third area I built, so I made some stupid building mistakes, as usual. A lot of people have been talking about, well, actually, the Muffins have been talking about ender pearls. They thought it was like taboo to use ender pearls because of the gameplay suggestion I had at the start. But really, it's only taboo to use ender pearls to like ender pearl up and over a wall of a castle just to like cheese it that way. Any other usage of ender pearls is fine by me. Completely okay. So yeah, there was a feeling careful and feeling lucky. The feeling careful one didn't used to be there. I used to just have the feeling lucky one, and then, you know, expected the player just to dig up some blocks, but that just seemed lame after testing it various times. So I just gave out some free sandstone for the player to easily be able to get some blocks because of a certain introductory thing in this area that I regret making. Alright, so you can see it from here, like those platforms over there, if you can see those are platforms over void, and yeah. There's basically just nothing beneath them or around them. It's just kind of a boring little thing I decided to make for some reason. I guess I just liked how the platforms looked, and I was too lazy to build anything inside the void area. And just, like, you know, used MC Edit, hollowed out a big square area, and called it a thing to get over. So yeah, that was laziness on my part, and I would not have built that had I built this map second. Alright, you can already see there's a flying skeleton. This was also the point where I started experimenting with some stupid mobs, or stupid looking mobs. And yeah, that flying skeleton is a result of one of those stupid mobs, I guess. But yeah, they're actually pretty scary, and they hurt, because they have flame bows, and at this point you don't really have much flame resistance or yeah, fire protection on anything. Like, I think there's a fire protection 4 book in the water area, in one of those chests, but I didn't grab it. Although yeah, I did put fire protection 4 boots in here just to nerf those flying skeletons a bit. I think I'll put them on now because I don't really need like, fire protection will be better than protection for a minute here. I might want to put them back on when I do like other stuff, but for now I got some fire protection on. And there's a huge honeypot on both sides of this area, so there shouldn't be this many natural spawns. But I've gotten unlucky on natural spawns a couple times this run. There's like a couple of witches in front of the intro area, wasn't there? And yeah, natural spawning witches didn't happen until 1.7, which I built this map far before that update, or I started building before that update. So yeah. I didn't anticipate natural spawning witches, which is one right there. Speak the devil. Alright, I'm just spawning those flying skeletons all over the place, so I might want to kind of hurry up and kill these things, or get out the spawner before they get too swarmy. Their spawner doesn't go off that fast, so it shouldn't be like swarming you, hopefully. I mean, if you know, like block yourself in and just sit there for a minute, then that might make them a bit more challenging. But I think I can reach it from just blocking up a few here and then digging up the spawner. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Don't hit me up. Don't hit me. Yes, got it. Alright. Not that the spawner is taken care of. The bats will always fly towards the void because the void is east, I think. Yeah, I think the void is east. Because bats always tend to go east. Like, if they have a choice, they will go eastward, basically. And that's kind of an annoying thing to have around, because the bat's path, like, you want it to be random, but it's not random. So when you're making, like, bats with spawner minecarts in them that you want to fly around randomly, they'll just actually congregate to one spot. And you'll see an implication of that way later in the map that I'll show. And wow, yeah, you'll see. My favorite part of the map. Alright, so the spawner's taken care of, so they shouldn't spawn anymore, but they are still there, so don't want to exactly, like, rush onto the platforms yet. This might be a longer episode because this area takes a bit. Well, it's every area past the water temple, it does take a lot longer, I've noticed, than it kind of should. Well, it's progression, I guess. It's the difficulty curve of the map. Makes sense. But yeah, this one takes especially long because of the stupid void areas I had to put in. Why did I have to put in the stupid void areas? Alright. It should be almost all of them. There's one right there. Alright. Yeah, and this coal on the sides. Well, there's coal everywhere. Because you never know when the player, like, forgets to bring enough torches or something. Yeah, that's a weird burp. Okay. Okay, so I pretty much saved up this area. That used to be covered in silverfish, but then it kind of blended in with the background. You couldn't see it very well, and I really wanted the player to not have too much problem with that spawner. Alright, apparently I need to light up some more here, because too many natural spawns. Okay. As soon as I get this lit up, I'll start blocking across the void. So yeah, this is what the sandstone was for, and there's quite a bit of sandstone in that chest. Is like enough to just block your way across here. Like, there's probably not enough to like set up a rail across the whole thing, but I don't expect players to, you know, use a rail all the way, because that would be such a waste of blocks. Like, such a waste of blocks. I don't know why you would rail this whole thing. Don't you trust your cursor not altering its direction? I guess I might have, like they might think that I put in some kind of mean aerial spawner or something around the area, but no, I'm not that mean. I wouldn't put something like that here. If I were to change this void area, I would probably just, like, make it a bit safer and make a slightly dangerous bridge, but it's accessible and you wouldn't have to waste blocks on it. And yeah, I might put like a spawner or two around just to make something interesting in this place, because this is really dull, isn't it? This was my noobish rookie error kind of building again. Like, yeah, this is rookie error number 576. And you can see how lazy I was with building this. Like, look at all that open space I could have, like, painted something on with MC Edit and made it look actually, like, decorated instead of just a bland stone wall. So yeah, I was a very lazy rookie builder when I was building this area. Like, to be honest, if I were to like whoa. Mini heart attack. Okay. Apparently a zombie spawned back there. Like, maybe when I was shooting the zombies here, their rally call or whatever you want to call it, got a zombie behind me. That was a tad sketchy. Let me ditch some of this junk. Alright. And using the blocks that I put in the free base kit, which is also... Whoa. Probably should have looked there before starting to block over. Whoops. Gotta be more careful when we're doing. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I put a big reason for putting that free base kit in was also to give out free blocks, because I knew that this area, like I think I put in the free base kit after I made this area, and I realized that hey, players don't have enough blocks to get over these void areas. So yeah, that's partially what the free base kit was there for. And the ender pearls are there kind of as like if players really want to, they can always just try the ender pearls here. But if I ever do like a speed run or something, I would usually use the ender pearls just for this last gap, and then block back over it on my way back. But I'm not exactly doing a speed run of this, am I? Right now, at least. Probably not going to do a speed run. That's wouldn't really be fair as a creator of the map to do a speed run of your own map. It's like a Legend of Zelda developer doing a speed run of Ocarina of Time, and he knows like all the glitchy shortcuts and stuff. Well, he wouldn't know them because that's why they're still in the game, right? If he knew that there was a glitchy shortcut, he would have gotten rid of it by the time he released the game, wouldn't he? What am I talking about? Okay. Should probably talk about the name of this area too. Ganon's Tower. You'll see it in a minute, but it was based on the Ganon's Tower of Ocarina of Time, and you can see some resemblance. Like I wasn't very good at decorating back then, so it's kind of hard to see the resemblance to the Ocarina of Time Ganon's Tower. But yeah, the two there's lava underneath it, which was kind of the most significant look-alike aspect of looking like Ganon's Tower. But other than that, it's basically just a tower. It looks similar to the Ganon's Tower from Ocarina of Time, I guess. If I were to make this again, I probably would have made it like I would have had Ocarina of Time like playing in the background, and then I would try to imitate a lot of the areas. Like you'll see in the Water Breakers Ocean, I really try to imitate a lot of areas from the Wind Waker. So I would kind of try to do that, but with Ganon's Tower from Ocarina of Time, if I were to go back. This looting sword's here for you if you want a looting sword, I don't know. I was just kind of putting in some random loot. Didn't know why, I guess. I don't really need these ender pearls, really. Alright. Heading up here. This was also like my first try at like a cave area, or a cave. Did I have a cave early in the map? No, I don't think I did make a cave earlier. All of my hollowed out areas were square until here. So yeah, this is my like first MC edit created cave, and you can see the obvious brush strokes and stuff. But yeah, I was a rookie builder, so yeah. And in Blitz, you'll see that I mostly rely on cave areas now, and I've gotten a lot better at making them look natural and actually like caves. So yeah, here's Ganon's Tower. It's pretty impressive to look at from this little hole in the wall. You can already clearly see a bunch of aerial cruel spawners that'll be a huge threat if you decide to try to cheese the area. And you can see the lava down there. That's supposed to be the lava from Ocarina of Time at the bottom of the tower, or below the tower. And as you can imagine, of course, Ganon is up at the top, or what was supposed to be Ganon, or the boss of the area basically. So I should read the signs. Okay. I don't care who you think you are, I wouldn't recommend taking a cheesy route up the side of the tower. You'll get mipped off! Just go in the nice tower I slaved over for you. So, yeah, that's basically me saying that, I wouldn't try blocking up the side, because those spawners are gonna punch you to oblivion. But, yeah, these platforms actually used to not be here, because I would just, I would think that the players would take the hint of the Ender Pearl to just Ender Pearl all the way to the door. But I also figured that maybe the players would try to avoid enderpearling due to the gameplay suggestion at the start. I think the easiest way to tackle this is just to dig down here and then block over to the platform right there, and then block to the tower from there. That's the safest route that you can easily come back from, and if you die, you can always just go down this path again. But yeah, you can see my rookie building skills. Like, everything's squarish and bland. But, you know, it's my first few areas. You can imagine not knowing exactly what I was doing with decorating and all. And there's actually a secret bit of loot down in that lava in the middle. It's a chest on the far end of the lava. If you really wanted to, if you're really the explorer type, you'll find it, and there's a freaking diamond chestplate in there. Now that is ridiculous, but I'm not gonna go get it, because that, yeah. If you want a free diamond chestplate this early in the map, it's down there. For some reason. I don't know why I put it down there. Might actually be a diamond sword in there too. Kinda might have forgotten. Oh yeah, this area used to have a diamond sword just as like a standard loot, because I was stupid with diamonds and diamond equipment at this point in building. I thought the diamond wasn't that great. But, you know, it's a CTM map. Diamond actually is pretty good. Alright, just almost there. You two do that and that and that. Alright. I liked how the glowstone looked at the bottom of each platform. And I liked how it kind of shone at the top, but it still allowed natural spawns. So I thought that was pretty cool, but yeah. Okay. Just block over here, nothing gonna shoot at me. And there's a few loots on the side of the tower that give like some enchanted books, but not really anything I would want that much. Alright, so here we are on the tower, finally, after stupid like 2 void areas. Ugh. Can't believe I made that. And in here you can see a pretty fancy chandelier. I like how that turned out. It was kind of just like my... So I had an idea just to put the first room you see just as a pretty room with nice decorations and stuff, and with dual spiral staircases going up. But these guys are kind of annoying. They're another flying skeleton mob. And if you kill their bat, they're a lot easier. So I tend to try to like kill their bat. I think you can reach these from the ground. Yeah, so you don't exactly need to like block up to them, but you can get shot away from them and make it a pain to try to take out these spawners. But this shouldn't be too much of an issue if you're lucky, basically. Because I didn't get a single natural spawn in this room, and usually it's just like swarming with natural spawns. Oh, there's one. Finally. I was wondering, like, what happened to all natural spawns? This isn't Blitz. Natural spawning isn't turned off. And those will just leave for a second while I loot these. Around the sides here is silverfish blocks, just to like avoid players digging up from the side in, because it's actually faster to dig stone bricks than iron bars. So yeah, no, this is just TNT. That's there, I guess. I'm not sure why I put that there, but it's for those TNT addicts. The thing with bat riding skeletons is that they tend to suffocate when they hit the ceiling, and that also happens with ghasts. If you put a ghast on a bat, which I did several times in this map for the lulz, I guess. But yeah, they start screaming and stuff when they start suffocating, so that kind of gets annoying. But yeah, it's kind of fun though. As a map maker, you kind of want to make those kind of annoying things in the map, because yeah, it gets the player scared, maybe. Don't know what I would call that. So yeah, there's a free diamond shovel, I guess, and some regen I might take. I know I'm gonna use my potions on the fleecy mob, because this fleecy mob is like the first fleecy mob that's actually like pretty threatening in terms of, you know, you might die. I think he actually used to be harder. Well, maybe, nah. I think he stayed the same difficulty, but he was altered quite significantly since his first, I don't know what you would call it, the first attempt at making him. I uploaded a sneak peek of this area way long ago, and that was before I fixed a lot of stuff and changed a lot of stuff in the area, so if you want to check that out, you can see what the area looked like before. I edited a lot of stuff. And this used to be a diamond sword in here, but that was a little overly generous, so I took it out. There's obsidian in that chandelier, nice redstone torches, redstone lamplight, fancy cage stuff. And up here is a couple of creeper spawners, because creeper spawners work really well with hallways, and this was basically just a nice little hallway here. Like, otherwise this would have been just a plain hallway without a creeper spawner, so I just threw one in, because why not? Like, if you remember Super Hostile Waking Up, there's in, what was it called? The first castle you go in intersection 1, there's an area that leads to a castle, or what I would call a Vex castle. It's not really a castle, but it's like a bunch of corridors that fit together as a castle-like structure. Anyway, that first area has a bunch of hallways with a lot of creeper spawners, and yeah, hallways work well with creeper spawners. Oh, hello. You are a tank zombie. You came from the far spawner. So yeah, here's like an upgraded tank zombie, and here's the water temple zombie, basically. But yeah, they're just mobs here. So yeah, there's 4 rooms here. Each has their own individual spawner, or unique spawner, basically, of a custom mob. This one is the water temple zombie. And yeah. I don't think that's silverfish. Okay, good. I didn't cover it with silverfish. I was wondering, like, did they do that? I forget. And each room also has a ladder that leads up, and only one leads up to the continuing path, basically. So yeah, free books. These are really good books, actually. Yeah, the loot here is, like, pretty nice. I might want to keep that to put on this, maybe. No, I know later I get pretty much the equivalent of that in a farmable spawner. Alright, so on the right side there are skeletons, and on the left side there are zombie spawners, basically, for the custom mobs. I don't know why I made that, but probably should have, like, made it like zigzag instead of having each side have their own one. Alright, I freaking dare you. Do it. Come on, wuss. And that's pointing to this spawn silverfish, and I'll show you what it does, but this was basically a shout out to Juggles, kind of. Is there a zombie coming? Yeah, these guys also spawn in the next room over, because the rooms are close enough for these guys to have it in their spawn radius, so I'm going to take out their spawner right now, even though, yeah, these would be really good to farm for enchanted iron gear. I just don't want to bother. So as for the spawn silverfish, this is why I dare you to do it. It's, okay, so it goes like this. There's like a 3x3 silverfish with a hole to lava underneath it. So if you were standing on top of this and you spawned that silverfish and punched it, you might fall through and into the lava. So that was a fun little thing I decided to throw in, because why not? Ooh, yeah, gonna get you in the lava. Oh no, dang it. I was hoping to get him in lava, but whatever. So yeah, that ladder leads up to nothing, and the real ladder that leads up to the next floor is in here. The room I didn't explore just has the spider jockeys from the water temple, so it's not much to talk about there. These are just geared skeletons. Just random geared mobs, I guess. I hate their drops though. They're like plain leather drops, so it's not really worth keeping. But yeah, here's the path up to the next floor, basically. The rest just lead to like an empty little room that I probably should have put like loot in, but I was too lazy. Now occasionally you might have like a creeper that spawns like right here and screws you over when you jump up from the ladder, but I guess I didn't have that quite there. Alright, so you saw that mob. That was a thorn guard, or my take on a thorn guard. I kind of, I liked the mob from Inferno Mines and decided to make a similar mob myself. And that was the result. It actually used to be something different, like a lot harder, but I nerfed him after testing. But I think there's some unnerfed versions of the of my Thorn Guard in Uphill Struggle. Like I might have left in a couple of those spawners, but they're pretty OP. They got like thorns 20 in their heads, which is like really ridiculous. Now out here we have like the outside of the tower, and right there used to be one of the cruel aerial spawners to prevent blocking, but when you were walking along here, it would spawn and it would kind of really bug me when I was testing, and I didn't really want them to spawn when you were not cheesing, basically. You can see those spawners over there. So I kind of got rid of the spawners that would have spawned if you were just like outside on this ledge. But yeah, that used to happen. And then we have this final staircase that you might see as similar to the spiral staircase at the end of the Ocarina of Time, Ganon's Tower. Alright, this is a little 1.7 update note thing. As of 1.7.2, nether portals can be any size, and the following room is an obsidian rectangle. They will be aghast. Enjoy. So that's kind of just warning the player against an update to this room that made this Fleecy Mob a bit more interesting, I guess. I didn't even realize it until I was testing this in 1.7. Instead of changing the room because of 1.7, I like to think of it as a hilarious fight mechanic. Just don't go exploring into the nether if you go in. So yeah, if you get into the nether portal, it doesn't really show or give away anything later in the map. But like if you go too far, you might actually stumble across a later area in the map. Okay, so before I get this guy spawned, I want to drink these because I know he's a pretty threatening mob. Then have this on the bar. Maybe this. Actually, I kind of want the absorption, the saturation. Alright, let's get this started. So... Whoa, see that? Yeah. Ah! Too many nether portals. Alright, got the ghast. And I guess I got the zombie too, which was the Fleecy Mob. Wait, where'd the... Don't tell me. What happened to the wool? Oh, I picked it up. Okay, I got scared. Like, did the wool go through the nether portal? Oh, look at Big Man. But yeah, that's the magenta Fleecy Mob. That's interesting. Would you call that magenta, the nether portal? It kind of looks magenta. Wait, did the Fleecy Mob spawner get... No, that's just a lighting glitch. But yeah, that happens. And I made this mob before that update happened, so it's kind of funny to see it after the update. But yeah, if you're not prepared for that mob, you might get wrecked, because it does a lot of damage really fast. It used to have a diamond sword. I think I might have changed it down to an iron sword because people could like farm diamond swords already. I didn't exactly want that to happen. But yeah, that was a creeper stacked on top of a zombie Fleecy Mob. No wait, no. Okay, I'll go from top to bottom because that's easier to say. That was a ghast with resistance 2 or 3 stacked on top of a skeleton, a geared skeleton, stacked on top of the zombie Fleecy Mob on top of a creeper. And the creeper had a shortened fuse, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, all the gear that both the skeleton and the zombie had blast protection, so it could deal with the creeper exploding. And yeah, I think the wool also has blast protection X, so the Fleecy Mob would be able to take the creeper explosion. But yeah, that's one of my favorite Fleecy Mobs, because yeah, it's just it's kind of like a cluster of suddenness when you like activate the spawner. It's like, holy crap, what is that? Yeah, I like some of the reactions I've seen from it. It's like, oh yeah. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too much of a challenge if you're prepared with decent gear and some potions. So yeah, I like how the balance worked out, and I might actually want to... I think there's actually some pretty decent loot in this room as well, so... Yeah, bookshelves, kind of want. And then books aren't that great, so yeah. There we go. And now I have plenty of blocks to get back if I need them. I think I blocked all the way in, so shouldn't be too much of an issue to block back out. Is this where the creeper spawner is? Oh, it's like right here. Might as well nab the XP. I've played this too many times. Okay. So yeah, that's Ganon's tower. I kind of like how the area turned out. Well, I don't like how the area turned out. I like how the castle, or the tower, turned out. The tower's pretty good, but the area, like the void areas, aren't that good at all. I really hate how I just kind of like ruined the area with the stupid void. But oh well. Geared skeleton, die. Okay. No, it didn't drop it. Drop the enchanted helmet, whatever. There's anvils here if you need them. Like, I give out anvils like candy, so it's not like anyone should need anvils anytime. Stupid witch. Alright, let's get out of here. Should be a simple trip back up. Unless a skeleton spawns and knocks me off and then I die or something. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the anti-ender pearling strategy. So you can't see it, but up protecting like the ledge there from ender pearls, there's an invisible wall of block 46 or 5 or something. So that'll prevent you from ender pearling from like here to the platform up there. God dang it, 30 seconds of poison, that sucks. Ugh. So yeah, I could demonstrate it by like making a save world and then trying it. And Enderman just spawned on top of one of the aerial spawners. That's hilarious. Alright, let me just wait out this poison before I head back up, because I saw a baby zombie there and I don't want to go against him with 1 HP. So yeah, there's an invisible wall preventing ender pearling to the ledge up there. Just to let you know. But it won't prevent you from ender pearling down to the entrance that I kind of intended the player to do, maybe. Well, at first I thought the player would do that, but thinking back, that's not exactly what anyone would want to do. Try to ender pearl to the front door. Alright, let's kill you. Yeah. So yeah, this has been the first area of Intersection 2, which is when the map starts to take its form and like I get more experience, or I've had more experience building areas. Like I've actually built a few areas now. So the next area, Uphill Struggle, is when I think the map takes a turn for the best in terms of the actual like areas and the gameplay and stuff. Because I worked really long and not long and hard, because that's obviously suggestive. But I worked really hard on Uphill Struggle. It was the first area I really like took my time on and decided to make a good area, basically. So yeah, I can't wait to tackle that area. It is really hard though. Like at this point in the map, to do Uphill Struggle is pretty difficult, especially if you're not prepared. But the loots in the castle are ridiculous as well, so it's not like it's a unrewarding experience in there. Like, it's possible after taking on Uphill Struggle to have a full set of diamond armor. Does that zombie have a bow? Apparently a zombie picked up a skeleton's bow and he just doesn't know how to use it. I wish zombies could use bows. Like, maybe they should make zombies a bit able to use bows if they're given the bows, but maybe have their aim be like really bad. Like instead of hitting, oh wow, I got a potato. Instead of hitting like every other time like a skeleton does, he'll like miss completely like half the time and just like, yeah. Well, that would be the same hit rate, but whatever. Like, you know what I mean, like make the zombie really inaccurate, but still be able to use the bow. That would be fun. That would be funny. So yeah, that was Magenta Wall. That was probably a really long episode, but yeah, that's the first area of Intersection 2, and I'll come back next time for the light blue area, Uphill Struggle, the first hard area of the map. So yeah, see you next time.